Mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Kirk Market, experience a world of choice.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is For the Record.
For the Record. 1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Wednesday, the 29th day of May 2024, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening. Those of you on the roads, we urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Remember, the life you save may be your own. I also want to acknowledge our sponsors for the birthday shout-outs this segment. Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shout-outs. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. And by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your car in tune. Call them at 949-9570 or 525-9571. We're going to change things up a little bit this morning because we have a guest in the studio who has a very, very busy schedule, extremely busy schedule. And while some things may wait for you, there are others who may not like the pilots on Cayman Airways as well. So we're going to be talking, we will, after the 8 o'clock news, do the birthday shout-outs. If you have any, please send them in to us. Or WhatsApp number 925-3261, and we will do a complete birthday shout-out after the 8 o'clock news as well. But it is my pleasure to welcome into the studio Miss Ventisha Connolly, who is the events manager in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage. And of course, we have been recognizing Emancipation in the Cayman Islands, and that recognition has been taking place throughout the Cayman Islands. We will be talking this morning about what will be taking place in Cayman Brac. So without any further ado, Ms. Ventisha, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Orrett, and thanks for having me. Good morning to our listening audience, especially those in the Sister Islands.
Okay, so if you want to very quickly tell us what has happened so far, the events that have taken place, the response that we have seen from the public as well.
So we started the month out with our Emancipation Day celebrations. We had the 3-4-5 day, we had the gala, we had the Emancipation Hogstye Bay Day out in town, and resounding success. Mm-hmm. People loved all the events. The turnout was more than we expected. So it is something that is, according to our ministers, on the calendar, mm-hmm. on the yearly calendar to look forward to.
Excellent, excellent. And the memorabilia, we know that that was there was a huge demand as well for that. Where are we at with that in terms of replacements as well?
I know. I get out my car at Foster's and somebody goes, you have any more of those shirts? No, but they're on order. We have in the ministry placed another order for the hashtag Caymanian Proud shirts. This time around, I didn't get 1,000 because they went like hot cakes. Yeah. We got between 6,000 and 7,000, so we'll have enough. We have had a few sports teams reach out to us and say, you know, when you get them back, we want to buy because our teams are traveling this summer, and we want to have something that you know, tells people who we are. So very shortly, once the order's in and we check the inventory, we will post it on our social media pages, and where you can purchase those from. So those are coming in short order, and we're ordering more colors too. So we'll have blue and red and black and yellow and green. So you'll be able to pick your favorite color.
Okay. So that means even those persons who already have, they're going to want that new color as well, more than likely.
I've had someone already send an email and say, please hold one in each color in a large. Do I need to pay now? So it's very much a success for us, and something that we didn't foresee that was going to take off like wildfire. So very proud of the team for that we, you know, decided to do this. So
okay. Now we know that the events in the Sister Islands had to be sort of like moved slightly. Let's talk a little bit about that and tell us exactly what's going to be happening.
So yes, the events in the Sister Islands were moved, and they will be happening this weekend. So as you said, or as we joined, I've got a 9:50 flight to catch to make sure everything is in order for the Sister Islands. But we're starting, it's going to be a 3-day event, very similar to what happened here in Grand Cayman. On Friday night, we will have not a gala, but an informal gathering at Watering Place Gardens. There will be food for everyone to eat, and we will have swanky as the entertainment. I was made to understand this is the first time swanky is going to be playing in the Sister Islands.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I've heard him in Grand, but to be able to be in my own comfort zone at home, I'll be there."
They'll probably even perform better with that Brac breeze out there.
And Paula will be right there in her hometown.
Yes.
We're looking forward to welcoming Cabsec and his team at Swanky for an exciting Friday night opening. And I invite everyone out. It's everything that's happening this weekend in the Brac is free. There's no charge. There is no invitations. Personal invitations. Everything is open to the public. Come out and join us. For, like I said, Friday night, we will have food, and it'll be for free. With the entertainment that's happening, we have a couple pieces from the schools. The Frederick sisters will be singing. So a few speeches. I'm keeping it short.
Yes.
Because I want to get to the entertainment. I love just being there with that. So that's Friday night. It starts at 6:30 at Watering Place Gardens. You won't be able to miss it if you're on the Brac. We've got the Emancipation Day flags lining the side of the road where the event's taking place. So look on our social media pages. As I head up, I'm going to head straight there and take a little video and say, you know, this is where we're going to be. Come on out. So that is Friday. Then Saturday, we have the Heritage Day. We're sticking to one location. So everything Friday and Saturday is going to be at Watering Place Gardens. Saturday then starts at 5 o'clock. We know it's a little hot. Just a little. So we'll start at 5 o'clock with a very informal opening ceremony. And then we move into entertainment. We will have our local craft artisans with their stuff on sale. Food vendors will be there with our local food. And there'll be, of course, a children's area for the kids. There's going to be entertainment on the stage literally from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, Lord Graham, I know he's listening. 8 o'clock, Lord Graham will set the sky up of beautiful full colors over the the water there by Watering Place Gardens. And then he leads into the drone show that has been catered. We've adjusted it slightly for the Sister Islands, because people did note that the one here on Grand Cayman only had Grand Cayman Island
I heard
on
some
it.
comments about that. Yes,
I did. So we go into the Sister Islands. Of course, we have to have the Sister Islands in it. So they've adjusted their show. It'll be slightly different. There's a few different features in it than what they had here in Grand Cayman. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we will, at that point, we will be live streaming both the fireworks and the drone show on our social media pages. So for those people who can't come and join us, check our Facebook page, check our Instagram page. We will be live streaming that portion of the Saturday night show because we want everyone to see it.
Now, for those persons who are not familiar with Watering Place Gardens, can you sort of give us a visual of where it is and what's there?
Okay, so here is how you need to have known the Brac, because I gotta tell everybody it's on Blackett Turn.
Okay,
and
yes.
Anybody that has been to the Brac should know where Blackett's Turn is.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Best ice cream in the Cayman Islands.
and Grand Caymanians, don't come up there and try to buy up all of his ice cream either, because you got to leave some for the people in the Brac. Those Grand Caymanians, they go up there and eat, want to buy up all the ice cream.
All agreed, not but that's all right. So yeah, it's right there. As I said, it's officially called Tibbetts Turn.
Okay.
On that road stretch, but you can't miss it. It's right on the side of the road. The Emancipation Day flags went up yesterday on it. Thanks. I'm going to shout out to the Cadet Corps on the Brac. Captain Palmer and the kids said, "No problem, we'll help." And they went out there and put up all the flags, and then sent a video and said, "Here." So, shout out to my Cadet Corps on the Brac, and they'll be a part of the events happening this weekend too. So, it's never just one group. We always reach out and we always have, people who say, just let us know, we'll help. Cadets are one of those. So shout out to my team there. So that's Saturday. It is going to be an afternoon of fun, delight, come out, support your local vendors. I'm looking forward to every time we have the craft artisans there, Miss Anna Lee and Miss Colleen, and those, they have those thatch baskets.
Okay, yes.
And Miss Anna Lee does
Ground
those.
basket.
I've got about 4 of them.
So
every time Churchill makes one, I buy one.
So do I. I have some farmers friends that are farmers, and they get scared when they invite me because I go with my ground basket.
Yeah, Churchill Bodden on the Brac. I have them in all sizes, from small right up to the huge one. But Miss Anna Lee makes these very intricate and nice looking handbags for women. And my chief officer and I seem to be running competition, because every time she has one that we see, I go by, and then she sees mine and she goes and buys one. So we're looking forward to supporting our local artisans, supporting our local vendors on Saturday.
And what is the time on Saturday for us?
So Saturday starts at 5.
5. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And all of this is on our social media pages. We'll be pushing it out. And then Sunday, we wrap the weekend with our church service at Crossroad United Baptist Church with Pastor Khan and his congregation at 11 o'clock. So we invite everyone to come out, join us. We have a number of ministers traveling with us and parliamentary secretaries to, be in the festivities, and I got a message this morning from former Speaker of the House saying he's going to be there this weekend and wants to be a part of the church service. So, pencil him in to lead a few songs. We all know how he loves to sing. So, that's how we're going to wrap it and pay reverence to the fact that God is our creator, and we wouldn't be here without him.
Okay, folks, we're talking with Miss Ventisha Connolly, who's the events manager within the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage. We're talking about the Emancipation events taking place in the Sister Islands over the weekend. When we return, we're going to talk about, a little bit about transport for those persons in Grand Cayman or elsewhere who are interested in going to the Brac as well, whether or not there are any special flights or just to give you directions in terms of how to get there as well. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series. Brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Maud Bush, 1887 to 1950.
Maud Bush of South Sound was trained as a nurse and a midwife by Dr. Overton in the 1920s. She delivered babies from Newlands to Georgetown, often for free, as the poor people had no means to pay. She never turned down a patient. She delivered babies until her health failed her shortly before her death. She was always in great demand. She had no children of her own, but she always referred to the babies she delivered as her children.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over $80 you spend. Every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay.
No one can stop me when I taste the feel.
Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice-cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
This summer, discover adventure, magic, culture, nature, and so much more with Cayman Airways. Airfares are now on sale for travel this summer. Visit New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, Tampa, Kingston, Montego Bay, Panama, Havana, and La Ceiba. But hurry, sale ends June 1st. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Make this your best summer yet with Cayman Airways.
Since March 2004, West Bay Pharmacy has kept their doors open to the local communities, even before, during, and after Hurricane Ivan. At West Bay Pharmacy, our staff provides so much more than pharmaceutical excellence. From the moment you walk through our doors to completing your cash out, our staff will have put your healthcare concerns at ease. We would like to take this moment to thank our loyal friends and customers. To us at West Bay Pharmacy, our patients are our primary. Thorough background checks and precise calculations to ensure your medical safety. Thank you for being a part of our family and for choosing West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the news? Digicel is back with exciting offers that are too good to resist. Activate one of our brand new prepaid or postpaid plans today and experience telecommunications like never before with more data, dedicated entertainment options like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and endless social text data for all your favorite platforms. Digicel is here to make sure you stay connected and entertained. Whether you are on a prepaid or postpaid, you will also enjoy dedicated roaming data for the USA, Canada, and the Caribbean. It's all about value, and Digicel has got you covered.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. It is my pleasure to have in the studio with me this morning Miss Ventisha Connolly, who is the events manager within the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage. We're talking about the Emancipation Day events that are taking place over in the sister islands. So we're going to talk about transport for those of you who want to go over there and support the Brac. And of course, while you may see some things that are taking place on social media, being there and seeing it live is another story. Plus, it's the weekend. During COVID, everyone's talking about staycations and everything else, but it doesn't necessarily have to be COVID. This is a better than any other time, or just as good as any other time, to celebrate in your own islands and to stay right here and enjoy it as well. So, Ms. Ventisha, back over to you.
Thanks, Mr. Orrett. If folks want to join us, give Cayman Airways a call, 949-8200. Their reservation lines are open. Their flights still available over to the Brac, and I'm pretty sure if the demand gets up there, Paul and Fabian and the team at Cayman Airways can squeeze in an extra sob flight to get our folks over, and there's accommodations across the board there, and rental cars. So, come on out, join us, come over to the Brac. Let me know you're coming so I can inform the bakery.
Yes, Lennox.
So they'll have enough stock. But we want everyone to come over and join us for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over in the Brac. Friday and Saturday again are at Watering Place Gardens, just on Tibbetts Turn, right next to where Black is used to be. Friday starts at 6:30, and Saturday starts at 5. So come on out and join us for those festivities. On Friday, everything is free, so we'll have some free food giving away, as well as entertainment by Swanky Kitchen Band and some of the school kids. And then on Saturday, we'll have a full gamut of entertainment on the main stage, including the Brac 180 Brown Square Boys and our school kids again, as well as we'll have local artisans out there and local food vendors with stuff for sale. We'll have an area for the kids, of course, and we will cap the night with our fireworks and drone show. So the beauty of this is I'm going to have the fireworks over the water, which is just off from Watering Place Gardens, and then they'll turn and look over the bluff, and that's where the drone show is going to be.
Wow.
So I'm really excited. I was excited when we first brought it here and it was going to be in the harbor and everything else. I'm even more excited to see it, right over the edge of that iconic bluff that sets us apart from other islands. That is going to wrap our Saturday night. And then Sunday, we will be at Crossroad United Baptist Church with Pastor Khan and his congregation at 11 o'clock. So I invite everyone to come out and join us. If you're in the Brac, you know how to get a hold of me. If you need information, if you need a ride, let me know. We will, if people need rides, we will have a bus available. So they just need to give me a buzz and say, I need to be picked up. We'll send the transport to pick them up, and the transport will take them back at night once we're done. So we've thought about every way to get people there.
And for those who may be driving themselves, any special provisions for parking?
Yes. So they'll be parking all around there. That area is also primed for new housing development for affordable housing. So they've cleared a few lots. So there'll be persons directing you, being able to direct you to where to park. And if we have an overspill, which will end up we'll have them park in the church parking lot that's just up from the gardens. We'll have a bus to bring them down so they don't have to walk on the side of the road.
Okay. Any final words before we go to our 8 o'clock news? And I know you want to give us very special friend a birthday shout out as well.
Yes, my friend Shavela Burke. It's her birthday today, and she's prepping for a little mini trip, a class trip with her daughter who's graduating later this year. They're heading off to Panama for their year 6 class trip. So yeah, shout out to Shavela. Hope you have a great day, and happy birthday.
Okay.
But yeah, so thanks for having me on, Mr. Orrett, and like I said, I want everyone to come out and join me this weekend in the Brac. Friday and Saturday at Watering Place Gardens. Friday starts at 6:30, Saturday at 5. Join us for some free food and entertainment on Friday night with Swanky Kitchen Band, and then on Saturday for the Heritage Day, and a lot of entertainment and excitement, our drone show, our fireworks, and then Sunday again for the church service at Crossroad United Baptist Church at 11 o'clock. So if folks have any questions, reach out to me. You've got my number, and we'll be happy to help.
Certainly. And a reminder again that the memorabilia that order has been made, and this is just for shirts and just for clothing. And
so we had a few people ask us about other types of memorabilia. So and one of those is a pin similar to the Heroes Day pin, that they get. So we are looking at ordering that one that says the hashtag Caymanian Proud on it, and we will be getting back the bucket hats, which went very well. I had people coming up after, you sure you don't have just one anywhere? So we're reordering the bucket hats also. And I had someone ask about ties too. So we're looking at that. So we're going to have a full gamut of memorabilia with the hashtag Caymanian Proud on it for sale.
Okay, Ms. Ventisha, safe travels over to the Brac as well, and we know that it's going to be an extremely successful event if we just measure it based on what has taken place here in Grand Cayman as well, and the overwhelming support that you've received from the public as well.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me on, and look forward to being on again, talking about something else that we're doing.
Definitely, folks. It is that time, top of the hour, the 8 o'clock news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop, or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
This is the People's Radio Station. Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service's Cybercrime Unit is aware of a phishing SMS campaign that's circulating around the Cayman Islands. The SMS appears legitimate, seeking clarification for shipping address details, and features a link that opens to a web portal made to look like FedEx. If you are expecting a delivery and get an SMS text message from FedEx, you're encouraged to check via telephone or other means to see if this is actually legitimate before clicking any links. For more information, you can head to exploregov.ky/cyberspace. Artificial lighting on sea turtle nesting beaches is, quote, one of the greatest threats to the conservation of sea turtles both locally and globally. And the Department of Environment says nesting and hatching sea turtles use the brightest light in the sky to orient themselves towards sea and can often confuse artificial light for the moon or stars that would traditionally steer them towards the sea, resulting in their injury, exhaustion, and often death. The DOE says turtle-friendly lighting products are a proven solution to prevent misorientations, and they've recently published their State of the Turtle-Friendly Lighting in the Cayman Islands report, which reflects on the turtle-friendly program that was launched back in 2017. According to the report, one of the ways the DOE combats misorientations is through intervening when the success of the nest is severely at risk. Last year, 84% of the interventions required were due to artificial lighting threats only. Another initiative includes the 2018 launch of the Environmental Protection Fund retrofit program for local buildings. So far, the DOE has retrofit 15 condos, 1 apartment building, 1 resort, and 3 single-family homes. This also included a separate streetlight effort, and the DOE worked with the Port Authority to convert lighting at Spots Dock to turtle-friendly lighting. Both the Central Planning Authority and the Development Control Board in the sister islands promote turtle-friendly lighting in their planning decisions. However, the report says of the completed properties with turtle-friendly lighting conditions in their planning permission, 62% are currently occupied without that turtle-friendly lighting. The report says although Cayman's sea turtle population is recovering, they still face a great threat from artificial lighting. You can view the full report at doe.ky. And the Family Resource Center is ready for its next group of families who'll be part of the SNAP program, an initiative geared towards children with behavioral difficulties in the homeschooling community. Family Resource Center parent facilitator Amber Calm tells Radio Cayman the program caters to kids between the ages of 6 and 11 and helps them keep their problems small by making smart choices in the moment.
We run it at least 3 times per year, and it is a gender-specific program. Right now we're catering to girls ages 8 to 10, and then we are having an upcoming two upcoming SNAP cohorts in August, starting Monday, August 26th, and Thursday, August 29th. We will be able to service 2 additional cohorts of up to 7 families.
To register, you can email frc@gov.ky or call 949-0006. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. Areas of Delhi have recorded the highest ever temperature for India's capital, 52.3 degrees Celsius. India's meteorological department issued a red alert about a severe heatwave in northern and western areas. South Africans are voting in one of the most pivotal general elections since the end of apartheid. The ANC may lose its majority for the first time. The UN says it's concerned about the well-being of a group of Sudanese refugees in Ethiopia who've left their camps and gone on hunger strike. They'd complained of recurring violence at the sites in Amhara. Benjamin Netanyahu's national security advisor says he expects fighting in Gaza to continue for the rest of the year. Tzachi Hanegbi said the Israeli military now controls 75% of a buffer zone between Gaza and Egypt. Dozens of Georgian NGOs have vowed to defy a new law by refusing to submit data relating to their foreign funding. The European Union's creating a new office to regulate artificial intelligence. A statement said it would foster an innovative and competitive environment while ensuring AI respected EU rules. A new Congolese government's been named in Kinshasa after months of internal political wrangling. President Felix Tshisekedi's coalition won December's election by a landslide. Pakistan's chief legal officer has told a court that the poet Ahmed Farhad, who'd gone missing 2 weeks ago, is now in police custody. His family said he was picked up from his home in Islamabad by unidentified men. That's the latest world news from the BBC.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Public health is the science and art of preventing disease, prolonging life, and promoting health through the organized efforts of society. Environmental health, mental health, and physical health are all public health. Cayman's new national health strategy aims to protect and promote the nation's public health outcomes, but to do this, we need to hear from you. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is now accepting feedback about healthcare in Cayman on mohfeedback@gov.ky or on gov.ky/health-wellness. Deadline is May 31st. Your opinion matters.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Brac, where people come first.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 87 degrees. Relative humidity is 86%. The barometric pressure is 29.98 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east at 7 knots. Overnight low temperature was 83 degrees. Synopsis indicate a slack pressure gradient across the northwest Caribbean will continue to support light winds and seas across the Cayman area for the next few days. Some passing showers are expected associated with a tropical wave east of Cayman. Radar images show a few isolated showers mainly south of the Cayman area. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today and tonight, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will be in the low 90s today with a heat index near 107 degrees Fahrenheit and will fall to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be east at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Today's low tide will occur this morning at 9:23, high tide this afternoon at 2:45, and a low tide again tonight at 8:52. The sun will set this evening at 6:57 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:48. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Friday morning.
I was undercover and had just recovered the stolen artwork, but...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long. I found the art thief in France, but ended up becoming somewhat of a local celebrity. So I had to stick around for a while. But I was able to handle all my insurance needs with CG's online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple. CG Brac. Good like that.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Brac, where people come first.
Good morning once again. This time we take a look at traffic. Linford Pearson Highway traffic is steady. Slow moving traffic on Cool Road heading to Georgetown. Eastbound traffic on Cool Road is moving on light to moderate. And coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, traffic is steady, and on Huldah Avenue as well. Slow moving traffic on Edward Street, downtown Georgetown, and on Shedden Road, moderate flow of traffic in both directions. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue flowing at a good pace, as well as coming from the West Bay four-way stop. On the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions. And coming off of Esseley Tibbetts Highway, moderate flow of traffic, Northtown Road as well. Industrial Park area flowing pretty good. Further up on Shamrock Road and Rex Creighton Boulevard, traffic is moving along moderately. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic. Have a good morning and drive safe.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips for all occasions and celebrations. Let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Magic and Wine with David Mencken. Friday and Saturday, June 14th and 15th. 2 evenings of whimsical summer excitement. The elixir of magic and wine. Join David Mencken, the international champion of magic, for an intimate evening of fine wine and world-class magical artistry. The Ballroom at C. Alyssa, Al and Melissa Thompson's residence. Magic and Wine, a Rotary Central fundraising event. Get your tickets through eventpro.ky. Attendees must be 18 years and over. Audio and video recording restrictions apply. The magic of Rotary.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Let me tell you something. I've been fishing our island since I was a boy, and it's getting harder and harder to get a good catch. Maybe it's because there are so many more people in Cayman than ever before. Maybe it's because of how the climate is changing. I don't know about that, but I do know that I want to be able to keep fishing and teach my children to fish one day as well. So it makes sense to me that we have certain areas and certain times of the year to fish for certain things. It feels unfair not to be allowed to fish where my dad had taught me to fish, but I know that being patient now means we can keep fishing for many more generations. We're all in this together, right?
For more info, download the Cayman DOE app or visit doe.ky.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have no guests in the studio because what we did this morning was we adjusted our schedule so as to be able to accommodate Miss Ventisha Connolly so that she can finalize all of her preparations to travel to the Brac today as well. So as I told you in my opening remarks, that the birthday shout-outs would come later on in the show as well. So many things that we may want to talk about as well. The one that is generating so much conversation on social media as well as around the dinner table, and I'm sure around the water cooler at work as well. The statement put out by Caribbean Utilities Company in relation to the electricity supply, especially during the summer months, or maybe possibly even before then as well. And I'm sure that many of you who are critical thinkers will also be analyzing the possibilities of power outages or brownouts or grayouts or blackouts, whatever, and the rapid pace of development in the Cayman Islands. In the nascent stage of our development, very, very early in the 60s and 70s, yes, we got away with unplanned development. and we see what happened there. Because there was more foot traffic, very few vehicles on our roads, you could count them, basically. And people used bicycle as transport, as well. We saw where many houses were built near to the road. So when it came for expansion, it was extremely difficult because of the proximity of those houses to the road. They were very difficult to widen the roads. That was as a result of unplanned development, at that point in time, right? We saw when hotels were being built, people knew exactly what the consequences of building too near to the water would bring, and they didn't do that. Then we came along, and when we supposedly had quote-unquote planned development, then developers ignored that as well. These are some of the things that I'm pointing out because we may want to talk about those things this morning in terms of unplanned development. And now that we're trying to plan our development, the resistance that we're getting, from that as well. All of these things, it may be too late already for us to reverse certain things, but it is not too late to at least try to still minimize the damage or to reverse some of the damage that has been created as well. So I want to welcome you if you want to call in and talk about that, or numbers 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp number 925-3261. Meanwhile, the birthday shout-outs, which are brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shout-outs. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. And by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your car in tune. Call them at 949-9570 or 525-9571. So we heard earlier that Miss Shivala Burke celebrated her birthday today, and Miss Ventisha Connolly gave her friend a big shout out here on Radio Cayman. We see also that Blackman Borden celebrating his birthday today, as well as Mr. Val Lichtenstein, who of course was an employee here on Radio Cayman and a talk show host as well. Also, the month of May has been an extremely busy month for birthdays in the family of Miss Zita Mae Borden. So if her dad was still alive, he would have been 100 years old on the 7th of May. Miss Zita Mae has shared that with us. And then Aiden, his birthday was on the 23rd of May. You heard me mention Miss Teresita De Silva. Her birthday was on the 26th of May, along with Cheryl's birthday, Cheryl, on the 26th of May as well. And then, of course, Martina and Alara, their birthday was on the 28th of May, which would have been yesterday as well. So very, very busy time in the Miss Zita Mae Borden's family for the month of May. Lots of birthdays, and I want to thank Miss Zita Mae for sharing those with us as well. So we did, I saw and heard many comments about the release that was issued by CUC, and while it is something to be concerned about, I think it is important for people to understand exactly what they were saying, or my interpretation of it as well. So this is one that was shared with me. Important update for Grand Cayman residents. Caribbean Utilities Company Limited, CUC, wishes to provide an update to the Grand Cayman community regarding the current generation capacity for the island. Due to significant economic growth, we have seen a significant rise in energy demand. As such, the island is reaching a critical point where current generation capacity may be insufficient to meet the current demand. On May 27, 2024, Grand Cayman's let me find that, sorry. Electric load surpassed the 2023 peak. So on the 27th of May, that would have been on Monday, Grand Cayman's electric load surpassed the 2023 peak. As a result, CUC's dedicated operations and maintenance teams are working very hard to maintain service. So I think right there, that's a warning. That is the first warning sign that they are given. Two warning signs, actually. One is that on the 27th of May, the peak load surpassed the 2023 peak. The other warning is that they are working very hard to maintain the service. So they have to work now hard to maintain the service. It appears to me, my interpretation of that is that maintaining the service is no longer routine. They have to work extra hard to maintain the service. Goes on to say that, however, the demand for electricity is continuing to grow. Well, thank you, Einstein, for discovering that. If the demand reaches a peak and there isn't enough generating capacity to meet the demand, CUC will need to conduct short scheduled customer outages. These outages will be critical and unavoidable to ensure the stability and reliability of our grid. It is my belief, these are my words now, folks, my belief that some people have already interpreted that or come to the conclusion that that is exactly what is going to take place, that there will be outages. Now, maybe CUC has couched that in language that doesn't say so outrightly, and some people may read it that way. Others may take them at their word in saying that they're saying that this is a possibility, but not necessarily so. It goes on to say, to ensure the public is kept informed about when power outages occur, CUC will make every effort to publish regular schedules and keep the public informed about the timing of these outages. Now, many of you will say, well, here we go. We are now becoming a third world country where there are scheduled outages as a result of inadequate electricity or power supply. Some may subscribe to that theory, others may not, and say, welcome to the world of uncontrolled development, population increases, and climate change despite the deniers. Some may say that, right? So CUC has also put out advice on how you, the consumer, or we, the consumer, can prepare and conserve energy. And their advice is, number one, that you should seal air leaks and insulate. Check doors and windows for air leaks and ensure proper insulation. Of course, that is if you have air conditioning. They haven't, in this portion, they haven't said what happens if you don't have air conditioning. And maybe they'll say, well, that's the responsibility of somebody, some other entity, some other entity, not us. These are my words, folks. I don't want you to confuse them with what I'm reading, what CUC has said. We leave that for some other entity to advise you if you don't have air conditioning. But we're advising you based on being your electricity or / power provider. They go on to advise that schedule energy-intensive tasks and that you should perform tasks like laundry and dishwashing during off-peak hours. They point out that peak hours are between 4:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. So what you do, that it should be done before then. I am not sure whether or not they have taken into consideration that come the end of June, school will be out, and maybe even earlier for some schools, that school will be out. So whether or not that peak hours will change as a result of that, I am not sure. Efficient laundry habits that you should exercise include wash full loads, use cold water, and air dry clothes whenever possible. So, folks, you may have to go back to hanging your clothes out on the line if you have a backyard line. There are some developments and some condos, I would imagine, that do not allow you to have outside clotheslines, as well. So you may be hampered from doing that. For those of you who have your own private homes and you may not be in a setting where you have covenants that allow you to do certain things or prevent you from doing certain things, then let's go back to the whole clothesline. Of course, you may have to deal with the dust that's outside as well. Other advice, consider raising your air conditioning thermostat by 1 or 2 degrees in the early evenings, that is from 6 to 9 p.m., and use fans to maintain comfort. The recommended setting for air conditioning thermostats when the property is occupied is 78 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. And you should keep informed, stay updated via their outage viewer on their website. And there's still some more, but we have to go to a commercial break. When we return, I will share those with you as well. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
This summer, discover adventure, magic, culture, nature, and so much more with Cayman Airways. Airfares are now on sale for travel this summer. Visit New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, Tampa, Kingston, Montego Bay, Panama, Havana, and La Ceiba. But hurry, sale ends June 1st. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Make this your best summer yet with Cayman Airways.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. Our phone lines are open. 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp number 925-3261. So we have been asked to send out happy birthday greetings to R.J. Bennett. Very happy birthday greetings coming from his mom. So R.J. Bennett, your mom is wishing you a happy birthday today. And one of our listeners has written in, let me make sure that I have the correct date, yes. It says, so why don't they allow us to have solar power? We would be able to switch off from the grid for that outage period. Our government has allowed them to control things, but we have to be inconvenienced. That's a good point, good question. And I was also thinking, what about those persons who have emergency generators? Now, yes, they're only there for emergency purposes. So when there is a blackout or a brownout in certain areas, they would be able, to use those as well. So some sort of advice should be given to them. And one wonders whether or not it is time for the government of the Cayman Islands to review our policy, to review the direction that we are going. And while there are, and I'm not I'm not familiar with this, so I'm not going to get into the discussion about alternative energy sources and solar and things of that nature because I'm not informed about it. But if someone out there is well informed about it, we would be more than happy to hear from you. But should we be considering another power/electricity provider for the Cayman Islands? If things are getting so busy, if the pace of development is so rapid, and our policy makers are reluctant or refuse to do anything about the fast pace of development, then should they be thinking about having another provider to keep up with the pace of development? Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. I'm going to finish this release whenever time allows, but we do have callers on hold, so we're going to the phone lines. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, and I'm that friend.
Good morning, good morning.
I am that friend, Mr. Connor, because let me tell you something. It's nowhere in the world that CUC. They have done a good job, don't get me wrong. There's nowhere in the world that they can do this whole island with what is going down in concrete on this island. Something need to be done, and some of the building need to be stopped. But today is Wednesday, and there's supposed to be one ship sometime today. There she is on the horizon coming in. She's coming in. There's one ship today, and I don't know if this one this week here is making history for the Cayman Islands. One ship for 1 week only. I don't know if anyone else out there could tell us when we only had one ship for 1 week.
Wow.
If they can remember. And I don't want nobody calling and telling you we didn't have none for 2 years of COVID. I don't want to hear that. Because that government at that present time, 2 years, no cruise ship, the government did more than their fair share to take care of this island and the people to the best of their ability.
Mm-hmm.
With the resources that they had to work with. I am not giving nobody no brown button this morning, but the fact of the matter is, when something is not good, I must say it's not good, but when it's good, it's good. You know? You gotta
give credit where credit is due.
Give credit where credit is due. So, I don't know if we're making history today on this island, one ship. If this ever happened years gone by or what, I don't know. But if someone out there can say that it happened before, well, I'll say that we're repeating back history of one ship in 2024. But see what I called you for too this morning. I was going to work at 6 o'clock, and I was turning into my road there by Mr. Barnes. Had my indicator on. There was a few cars behind me. And as I go to turn, this car came out of nowhere on the right-hand side. And it was only the good Lord got me alive here this morning here in the Cayman Island. He would have killed me this morning on my right side, which he had no right to come in on my right side. He was supposed to be behind me. And that son of a gun, he crossed as if he didn't see anything in front of him. And there was other cars behind him or in between him. But thank God that I'm still here. But these roads that we're making, we're going to change the name to racetrack roads. We are making racetrack roads. And guess what kind of car it was? The old famous car everybody called about a little sit car. They all think because they're small that they can squeeze any way they want to squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But it is sad. It is sad what's happening here on this island. And the more that we put out information here for people, they are not abiding by it. And I don't know if it was you I told or Sterling, but we need to start posting some of these real mashed up vehicles on the road with a real bright light on it. That when these people is driving, it could kick in and say, you know what? That could have been me up there. I could have lost my life. Let me do better. Let me do better. You know? And I got to let you go, but I was at License Department yesterday.
Okay.
That place was jamming tight. Was only 2 Caymanians in there. It was me and one family member of mine. Full of people looking for license renewal and driver's license. 2 Caymanians. in that place I know had good 30 people in it. Can you imagine? Oh boy, but anyhow, I know what's going to happen in all these buildings in CUC, but about turning off electricity. We going to a third world country now, what? But I'll leave it at that.
Well, before you go, I'll just make one comment. If the government now wanted an excuse to slow down development in the Cayman Islands and to refuse, we see where some 90-something units that were approved, for West Bay, they can say, we're going to slow things down because we can't keep up with the demand. We can't, the electricity, we can't supply it. So here's what we're going to do. If they're looking for an excuse, they have one handed to them now on a silver platter. They should take advantage of this now.
I agree with you 100%. They got the opportunity right now. Election is around the corner. And see if God forbid if anything happens, we got to be one burning Inferno Island. You hear me? And we got so many people here that can't even swim. And you know what? This new election need to do when they come in. Hey, who can't swim? We got to put lessons at the Lions Pool and go and swim free of charge. Something got to be done because we got too many people here on this island. I'm not going to give you my secret. They can't swim. They can't swim. And they need to take this island serious. They need to take it serious because it's not looking good. But thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We do have another caller, but what we'll do, we're 2 minutes away from our commercial break. Let's take the break, and then we will take the caller. This way we don't have to interrupt the caller to go to commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
Public health is the science and art of preventing disease, prolonging life, and promoting health through the organized efforts of society. Environmental health, mental health, and physical health are all public health. Cayman's new national health strategy aims to protect and promote the nation's public health outcomes, but to do this, we need to hear from you. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is now accepting feedback about healthcare in Cayman on mohfeedback@gov.ky or on gov.ky/health-wellness. Deadline is May 31st. Your opinion matters.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
This summer, discover adventure, magic, culture, nature, and so much more with Cayman Airways. Airfares are now on sale for travel this summer. Visit New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, Tampa, Kingston, Montego Bay, Panama, Havana, and La Ceiba. But hurry, sale ends June 1st. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Make this your best summer yet with Cayman Airways.
The Family Resource Center's Safe Start Forum will take place on Saturday, June 1st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. for parents and teens. Parents can expect to gain the knowledge and tools to support their teens in making healthy choices and increase their confidence in parenting teenagers. Experts will share research-based information on the subject areas of adolescent development, child safeguarding, and digital responsibility. Teens will have the opportunity to participate in interactive discussions to address the pressures they face within a safe and supportive environment. Sessions will address topics like decision-making, recognizing red flags, and healthy technological use. Join us for a safe start happening Saturday, June 1st.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I am going to intersperse the messages with the calls as well. And we had a happy birthday greetings in advance. So tomorrow, Thursday, the 30th of May, Miss Erilyn Matthews will be celebrating her birthday, and also congratulations on her top honors and from the John A. Cumber Primary School, or at the John A. Cumber Primary School. And these shout outs and congratulations are coming from her grandpa, Mr. Cresswell Powery, and the rest of the family as well. So, Miss Erilyn Matthews, congratulations. And also, happy birthday when it comes tomorrow as well. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Thanks for being so patient.
Good morning, O.C. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
I am good, my friend. I am good. I got to tell you about patience. My father told me ride a mule, not a horse. He told me if I can manage to ride a mule, I can make it through life with patience in a day. So I got plenty of that.
Yep. You know, we don't see a whole lot of donkeys in Cayman anymore. I remember my next door neighbor, Miss Estella, she had a donkey, and me and Norman Williams, his nickname was Birdo. We used to call him Birdo. The donkey's name was Ianthe. And we used to ride Ianthe with the backpack that they would have on it, made out of wood that you put on the back, that you would load them down with, load whatever you're carrying, you put on that pack. We used to ride Ianthe. But you don't see donkeys anymore. I know over in Turks and Caicos, they had lots of donkeys over there. As a matter of fact, I think they exported several to other places as well.
Miss John speaking this morning, that was okay, man. I need to implement back in there more mules and didn't buy anything else.
Yep.
Well, I'm the lawyer Graham this morning. Thank God I beat him to it. So I'm glad I beat him to it this morning.
I haven't heard it in the last few days. I'm not sure whether or not he may be off island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you need to check up on him because that not sound right.
Yep.
Something missing there. So anyway, I just wanted to mention something. I heard you speaking about the lands and things.
Sure.
And I was up on the bluff some days ago. You know, weekends we go driving and stuff like that. But I was so blown away by the amount of development that is coming to this island, and especially up on that bluff. And we came up to this subdivision, and it hurt me so bad to see the amount of destruction of what they'd done to make this subdivision. All of those beautiful ironwood trees, all those beautiful sapodilla trees. I don't know, very few people even know what sapodilla tree is. but I know what sapodilla is.
Nisberry.
Sit underneath them many times and try to cool off up on that bluff. I sound older than what I am, but you know how I look, how old I am.
Oh yes.
But all these trees, and I couldn't believe the amount of orchids that was burnt and pushed down and just laid out in the sun, out in that boiling hot sun, and burn up in the boiling hot sun in order for them to make these roads. And listen, they took them excavators in those D9s, and they went to the very edge of the bluff. They never left no lip of bush to the edge of the bluff. They went right to the very edge. I don't know how.
And this is a private developer? This is a private developer?
I kind of thinking that that's what it is. And I mean, they destroy hundreds and hundreds of orchids. We went up there and tried to save as much as we could. We had so much, and I was driving, hopefully Miss John don't feel no way about what I say now. I was driving one little Honda Fit. So, and I tell you how much orchids we had in that OC. We could barely sit the children in the back seat, or my teenage young children in the back seat. We had some more orchids in that car, trying to save them from where they destroy these orchids and all of these. You can't do nothing about the ironwood trees and the sapodilla trees and the mastic trees and things like that. You can't do nothing about that. They're huge trees, and you can only go there now and cut them up and use some firewood. But it is such. I mean, where does the line draw? I know for certain. No, see, I don't know if you're familiar with what we call a cordo. It has a pole that comes out in the month of May, and it blooms. It comes out in the month of April, rather, and it blooms in the month of May. You call it a maypole. And it blooms these beautiful yellow flowers on the very top of it. It only makes one shoot. And the plant stay there for years and just dry up till the next plant comes.
Wow.
And
you got to send me a photograph of one of those to see if we have that here in Grand Cayman.
Okay, I will. And one of those plants, believe it or not, one cordo plant takes about 15 years to produce that shoot.
Wow. To
put out those flowers. 15 years. And there was one out to the side of the bush where they made these roads. And it was about 25 feet into the bush. And they went as far into that bush to chop that off. They didn't have to touch that cordo because the road was already made. They didn't have to go in the bush to chop that cordo off.
Of course, they probably didn't even know what it was.
They didn't even know what it is. And destroying what they don't have knowledge of what is going on our islands. It hurt me so bad because we need to have some kind of committee to stop this because we are being depleted from what we have. We talk about orchid. We have it on our dollars. We have it on our during our memorial. I mean our remembrance time or whatever it is. I think they have the orchid up on one of those photos there. These things are becoming extinct because people are destroying, and they don't care once they get the land clear. They don't care what they destroy. If you see that, that would hurt you, and you wouldn't want to even see it ever again. It has to. Something has to be done.
Yeah.
And I know there was a gentleman that used to come on the radio over there in Grand Cayman, speaking concerning the same things about these developers destroying the nature trees. It has to come. It has to stop.
Yeah.
It is sad. It is really sad, OC. It's really sad.
Unfortunately, not many people are going to be able to say that I left this world a little better than I found it. Not many are going to be able to say that. They based on our what we're doing, we're certainly making it much worse. Exactly,
and I mean, who they're developing for? Because when they develop that area and put streams, plants there that not indigenous to this island, that is not our natural plant. Who they're developing for?
Yep.
But I hope somebody listening and hear it and try to and get some committee or something needs to be done to try to stop something or slow down something. I don't know what needs to be done, but something has to be done to get a result for this.
Exactly. Caller?
Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. We're going to go to our WhatsApp caller next. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. This is Carol Lawrence speaking.
Yep. Good to hear from you.
I would like to make a few comments on the issue on the article I read that CBC put out. Right? So I'd just like to start by saying this. CUC have fought Cayman for years when it comes to people putting the solar and batteries on their house. They've made it very difficult, to say the least. So they have fought roof solar, they have fought parking lot solar, they have fought even primitive greens. They could have had 3 megawatts of solar right now, right, with batteries. They have fought all solar on this island, tooth and nail, and caused this issue on themselves, right? And now they're saying this, and the reason why they're doing this, make no mistake, CUC simply wants to turn into a monopoly again when it comes to green energy generation, right? And these are the things that our government sit there and let happen to us, right? The reason, Mr. Connor, if you wanted to go put solar on your house, okay, and I'll just explain it to you like this.
Sure.
If you wanted to go put solar on your house, okay, it's simple as economy of scale. So if you go and ask any one of the solar providers how much it would cost, and your limit to your solar, mind you know that you can put on your roof was 5 megawatts. I think it's gone up now with the new NEP to 10 megawatts.
Okay.
Right? That can't run your whole house, Mr. Connor. Right? And you have a lot of roof space left. So economies of scale, if you was allowed to fill your whole roof with solar, right, and batteries, and I saw a time back that a couple of the companies, solar companies here, got together asking for this to be done, and they would finance it out to whoever wanted the solar, right? Okay, so give financing for it. So simple economies of scale. If they allowed you to fill your rooftop with solar, you can have a battery, and you can use your batteries. You can sell the electricity back to you, so you can choose to or not to, right? Okay, but we wouldn't be having this issue now, right? Do you realize that most houses on this island that you see the solar panels on their roof, that when the electricity go out, they don't have no electricity? Did you know that?
No. And why is that?
Because it's sold directly to the grid, and they do not have batteries.
Okay.
Okay? So when the electricity go out, the houses themselves aren't actually using the electricity. It's going right back to the grid. And the reason they did that is because the amount of solar you can put on your roof is so small, right? It's easy and it's so hard to get anyway, because how they limit how much solar you can get and when they let it out. So they've been doing this for years, right? And they put us now in this position to end up in this state because they've been fighting this for tooth and nail, right? And not allowing us to do this. So I'll just in closing to say this. CUC wants to put, and I read a next article that I wrote, saying that their unavoidable cost of electricity is 19 cents, okay? And they wanted to build this huge solar farm, and then the unavoidable cost would be 10 cents. Now that's 4 cents difference, right? Now you're going to clear 250 acres of land in a land crisis to save 4 cents. Right? To save 4 cents, what is the cost of clearing that property? What is the detriment to the island of clearing that property? Mr. Connor, shouldn't we change our view and fill all parking lots, rooftops, and allow people to do these things and provide the electricity to CUC, and they distribute it, and then look at if we have to clear land to go more greener energy?
Makes sense, what you're saying.
Right?
Makes a whole lot
And then
of
the
sense.
next thing I would like to say now before I go, it's simple. CUC is talking about natural gas, okay? But if you read any articles, Mr. Connor, I implore you to do that, on hydrogen, right? Okay, I've just read an article that came out with a system now that you can put the diesel engines, and you can cut your diesel consumption by 71%, right? By using hydrogen.
Okay.
So this is the way of the future, not natural gas. Right, so the infrastructure that they're wanting to put natural gas in this island, that we will have to pay for when the technology change, and then they're going to come out and say, no, it's hydrogen, now we're going to have to pay another bunch of money to put in that infrastructure for that also, right? Whereas CUC gets a guaranteed profit on infrastructure costs. So it's the cost of the people, right? So if they allow us, Mr. Connor, to put, and the government should force this issue, that we are allowed to put these solar and work with the private people have parking lots and rooftops and warehouse tops, and put the solar on these places before we go and clear any property. And in that time, while we do that, we can see the technology coming forward and most likely move forward to hydrogen. Got you.
Caller, want to thank you very much for explaining that in layman's terms for us as well. I'm sure it made it much clearer to me, and I'm sure it made it much clearer to our listeners as well. Very appreciative of your explanation there. Folks, top of the hour headline news. When we return, the conversation will continue. Have a few WhatsApp messages as well that we will share with you. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Starlink communication satellites are visible over Cayman right now. 23 were launched back on May 23rd from Cape Canaveral on a SpaceX rocket. You can find a link to the schedule on the Cayman Islands Astronomical Facebook page, but the Society suspects they'll be most visible tomorrow night between 7:17 and 7:32 p.m. The White House has said the U.S. does not believe Israel's actions in Rafah amount to a, quote, major ground operation that could cross a red line for President Joe Biden and trigger a possible change in U.S. policy. A spokesman addressed reporters hours after Israeli forces reached the center of the city in southern Gaza and reportedly seized a strategically important hill. Mr. Biden recently said he would limit weapons supplies to Israel if it entered Rafah's, quote, population centers, where hundreds of thousands of civilians are still believed to be sheltering. And South Africans are voting in pivotal general elections in which the ANC could lose its majority for the first time since 1994. The party that ended apartheid is under fire over corruption, high levels of crime, and economic woes. It may be forced to enter into a coalition with one or more opposition parties. A record 70 parties are participating. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
The Health Services Authority has over 120 world-class physicians offering the most comprehensive range of specialist services on island. Our dedicated team of professionals provide the highest quality care in orthopedics, interventional radiology, women's health, geriatrics, and a host of other specialist areas. We are a JCI accredited organization with a proven record of excellence. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you. For more information, visit hsa.ky.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. Any callers on hold, Miss Susan? No callers at this point in time. This is an opportunity for me to share some of the messages that have come in as well. One person says, wouldn't constant blackouts destroy appliances? That is, a possibility, especially if you don't have that advance warning where you have the opportunity to unplug your devices as well. And my advice would be, my unsolicited and unprofessional advice would be that you may want to look at purchasing proper surge protectors for your devices as well. I am sure that would help. This person says, good morning, Mr. Connor. CUC suggests 78 degrees for standard air conditioners, but I don't hear recommendations for the individual units being commonly used today, their numbers are different in temperature. That's one comment that one individual as well. Just bear with me, folks. I'm searching. This person says, good morning. Perhaps UC is preparing us, the consumer, to expect an increase in order for them to purchase additional equipment to keep up with the energy demand as more and more developments are being approved. Well, again, like I said before, this is an opportunity, for us to maybe push the pause button and say, hey, folks, we see exactly what is happening. Not only are we decimating all of our land, not only are we now infringing on areas that were really considered to be residential areas. Now they're wanting to put, condos and apartment complexes, in those as well. But we're now really affecting the quality of life in the Cayman Islands. Ample opportunity handed to us on a silver platter for us to press the pause button. Government has enough lawyers in the legal department. If not, they can go out and source legal advice from the private sector to ensure that the legislation that they put in place and the decisions that they make are ironclad so that they cannot be successfully challenged as well. We do have a caller, Miss Susan. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning. How are you? Welcome back.
Oh, I am grateful, and I don't know if you could hear my chariot. So when I call, please don't make me wait so long, because then I can only operate with one wing. Okay?
Okay.
I'm sure you don't understand what that means. I'm walking with a walker.
Okay.
So if I have to hold the hand and hold the walker and move, I only got one hand. Okay? Anyway, I have to apologize and say I did not catch exactly what this CUC thing is. Is it that exactly what is it that they're planning to do? Just cut power off when they please? Black us out for a couple of months? What's going to happen? What's going on? I don't know.
Well, the way that I interpret it was that they're putting us on notice that there is the possibility that they will have to shed power in certain areas depending on the demand. I believe that they obviously know more than we know. I wouldn't expect them to outrightly come and tell us that is what's going to happen. But I believe if you read between the lines, that is exactly what will happen. And of course,
there was an article issued on this.
Well, it was sent to me, and that's what I was reading this morning. It was important update for Grand Cayman residents. Caribbean Utilities Company, CUC, wishes to provide an update to the Grand Cayman community regarding the current generation capacity for the island. Due to significant economic growth, we have seen a significant rise in energy demand. As such, the island is reaching a critical point where current generation capacity may be insufficient to meet the current demand. On May the 27th, that would be on Monday, 2024, Grand Cayman's electric load surpassed the 2023 peak. So that was the warning sign there. As a result, CUC's dedicated operations and maintenance teams are working very hard to maintain service. However, the demand for electricity is continuing to grow. If the demand reaches a peak and there isn't enough generating capacity to meet the demand, CUC will need to conduct short schedule customer outages. These outages will be critical and unavoidable to ensure the stability and reliability of our grid. And to ensure the public is kept informed about when power outages occur, CUC will make CUC will make, I lost something here, just bear with me. CUC will need to will make every effort to publish regular schedules and keep the public informed about the timing of these outages. I say that if they put that all together, they're expecting it to happen.
Well, I would say that it's about to be implemented. They don't expect it. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, they put you on notice.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say this now. Since they've said that, are people still not convinced that this island is overpopulated? If the only power provider is now going to ration the power, do they still believe we are not overpopulated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
overdeveloped.
And then to CUC, when people are at work during the day, so I don't know what their scheduling is going to be. And when people come home from work and their children come home from school and they don't have any electricity, as I said, I don't know what time of the day or night they're planning to shut it off. So if people are at work and they can't, and then I don't know how long these periods are going to be. When they destroy people's things, their food, their appliances and so on, are the people going to be, did they put a section in there where they inserted a clean form? Because that's what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me of a company I used to work for. They take all, but they're giving nothing back. Anyway, I heard Mr. McLean on the radio Monday morning, and he asked the question. I picked up the phone to call to give the answer, but by the time I looked at the clock, it was like almost 10 to 10. I decided not to call.
Okay.
Because he was I remember the question he asked. Maybe it was rhetorical, but anyway, I can give him the answer. It was something that you all were discussing, and he said, what is the government waiting for to do something about it? Mr. McLean shouldn't ask that question. Mr. McLean knows the answer to that question. They're waiting for their handlers to tell them what to do. That's how it works. And to the other caller who's wondering what it is that they're doing, that the one from the back cutting down all the beautiful orchids and so on, they have a plan, and the plan has been implemented. They have this master plan to eradicate us, the Caymanians. That's the answer to that.
Okay.
And I would say that they're getting there much faster than they thought.
Yes.
When they came here with that plan, they expected some pushback, but they didn't get it. You know what they got? Welcome in arms. And now they have help doing it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this article that I read on Monday, and I'll soon find it, when CUC introduced, when it was taken over from the government on the 10th of May 1966. That would be, 58 years ago? 58 years ago that Caribbean Utilities as a company, was, as a private entity, was created or formed or came into existence in the Cayman Islands. And of course, we had two government representatives on the board at that time, the late Mr. Warren Connolly and Mr. Willie Farrington, as well. Caller, I want to thank you. Thank you very much. Continue to listen. We have lots of WhatsApp messages that we're going to share as well. We do have to take a commercial break now, folks. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
So much happening so fast, too much. It is hard for me to follow my health care instructions. The private counseling with West Bay Pharmacy literally saved my life.
At West Bay Pharmacy, we know how complex medications can be. Our pharmacists are delighted to offer you personalized one-on-one healthcare counseling, free medication review, therapeutic callbacks, and we will liaise with your physician to ensure you receive the best in quality medical care.
Quality of life has a whole new meaning with the right pharmacy to support you. Thank you, West Bay Pharmacy.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner. Now you can WhatsApp your West Bay Pharmacy prescriptions to 516-0777.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the news? Digicel is back with exciting offers that are too good to resist. Activate one of our brand new prepaid or postpaid plans today and experience telecommunications like never before. With more data, dedicated entertainment options like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and endless social text data for all your favorite platforms. Digicel is here to make sure you stay connected and entertained. Whether you are on a prepaid or postpaid, you will also enjoy dedicated roaming data for the USA, Canada, and the Caribbean. It's all about value, and Digicel has got you covered.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Time to sign up for the 4th Annual Enviro Walk Cayman. Taking place on Sunday, June 9th at Safe Haven, this 5K walk run aims to bring awareness to environmental issues. Since 2019, Enviro Walk has encouraged participants to protect our environment. Enviro Walk is a fundraiser for Girl Power, Miss World, and Miss Supranational Cayman Islands, and donates to an organization who the participants feel is helping with environmental causes. Early bird pricing available till May 15th. Register at Cayman Active or Tickets Plus. See you on June 9th at Safe Haven. For more info, contact EnviroWalkCayman@gmail.com.
Attention parents and guardians. Registration for Cayman Islands government schools for the 2024 to 2025 academic year closes on June 30th. By law, all children turning 5 by August 31st must be enrolled in an approved government, private, or homeschooling program. Don't miss out. Visit schools.edu.ky/registration to learn more and secure a spot for your child today. This message is brought to you from the Department of Education Services.
The Family Resource Center's Safe Start Forum will take place on Saturday, June 1st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. for parents and teens. Parents can expect to gain the knowledge and tools to support their teens in making healthy choices and increase their confidence in parenting teenagers. Experts will share research-based information on the subject areas of adolescent development, child safeguarding, and digital responsibility. Teens will have the opportunity to participate in interactive discussions to address the pressures they face within a safe and supportive environment. Sessions will address topics like decision-making, recognizing red flags, and healthy technological use. Join us for a Safe Start happening Saturday, June 1st.
with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record, another birthday shout out. Dre McFeel, who's the son of Eckhart McFeel, celebrating his birthday tomorrow, 30th of May. So birthday greetings going out to him. We have two callers on hold. Let's grab the first caller. Good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yeah, good morning, OT.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good, thanks.
The question I got asked, I don't know what your level of expertise is in it, but maybe we can come up with something. See these realtors on this island, I would figure the percentage of them is what, like 95%. There's probably 5% Caymanians, if that. See, my question is there any kind of regulation on these people for what they can do and what they can't do? Because, I mean, it has to be. So let me hear what you have to say, please.
When you say regulations in terms of what they can do, I think...
As far as pricing these properties and houses and whatever they sell.
Well, yeah, I think there's one organization called Cereba, and I'm not sure if there are others as well. They basically are self-governing, and of course you have the private real estate agents, the private realtors as well, who are probably a little bit more flexible when it comes to commissions that they will accept, in terms of the sale of property. But to my knowledge, it is more self-regulation than anything else. And based on sometimes what you hear, some of their actions, there's a question mark when it comes to their ethical dealings as well.
See, none of these people should be allowed to come here and regulate themselves when it comes to affecting the Caymanian people, because...
I'm talking about the organization regulating themselves. Sorry, not the individuals, the organization.
Yes, I understand that. I understand that clearly. But what I'm saying is they should not be allowed to do that. They should be under some kind of regulation under our government, because what they are doing to the people of this country, right? They got it to where we as Caymanians cannot afford to buy anything in our own country because of how it's elevated. And I mean, it's terrible for what you look at some of the pricing that they are putting on certain things. I looked at one little particular house in my area where I live. I figured a house, $7,500,000. That was up at $1 million. When it first listed, there was no price. So I called them just the hell of it, right? And then the woman told me it was just under $1 million. I am very familiar with the house. It's a wooden house. It's on a canal lot. And $1 million for a 2,500 square feet wood house because it's on a canal. Come on, it's no way in the world you can justify that. Government needs to step in and do something, put some kind of regulations on these people. And because, see, the direction this country is going in, something needs to slow down. Somebody needs to get a grip on what is happening, because we as the Caymanian people, look at the young people that is coming out of school. Tell me something, OC. Can any average Caymanian afford to buy anything in this country anymore? Question.
Well, not even the average ones. Those that are certainly well-to-do, I believe, may find it even difficult to do so.
So what does that tell us? Government needs to get off of their pine and backside and do something about what these people are doing to us in this country, because it is totally unaccepted. And it should not be allowed. I don't know why the government, they don't even come on your talk show anymore to let us, the people, know what they're doing from one day to the other day. The only time we hear anything is unless somebody get killed or some shooting up or something, they'll come and they'll have a press briefing. Why they can't just come on and let us know what is happening in this country? Oh, they got this in place, they got that in place, but we don't know nothing about it. It's totally unaccepted, you know. And something need to be done about these realtors in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, that is my 2 cents this morning.
Thank you.
But I hope that they can do something about it.
Yeah,
Open
thank you.
your eyes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Susan, can we grab the next caller before we go to our break? Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, Mr. Connor. I was just listening to the guy from Brac about the orchids.
Uh-huh.
Are the orchids our national flower? Do we have someone in government that have to protect the orchid society or something? Because, I mean, why are they pushing down these orchids? The orchids are supposed to be like the Cayman parrot and anything else that I know, and I'm not sure why they are taking orchids and pushing them down. I mean, there's a conservation people that have to come in and see about these kind of things.
Yes.
What is their job? I mean, the orchid is supposed to be our national flower, you know. I was so touched this morning when I heard the man from Brac saying so many orchids are being pushed down. I mean, you know, is someone there to see what is happening? And another thing that Mr. Thompson is talking about is these people coming in here selling real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it over and over again. I mean, these people don't know anything about the property or the land that they're selling here. They come in and the first thing they do, oh, it's an easy job, it's easy money. I'm going to go sell real estate. You know, sometimes they have not even put foot on the piece of property. If it's quicksand there, they don't even know. If it's mud, they don't even know. If it's sand, they don't even know. If it's cliff rock, they don't even know. They just stand and go to the Lands and Survey Department and get a map, and it's like, oh, I have a piece of property for sale, you know. It's value this and it's value that. Listen, if there was a back up in Courage or Maiden Plum, they wouldn't even know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I am saying to myself, they need to stop putting these people in here to get easy money. If we the Caymanians don't know anything about property and land, they don't know anything about it. They need to just cut and go, find another job or go back to where they come from, because no one here know anything about the land. My dad always used to say, if you're going to purchase a piece of land in this island, wait till the rainy season, jump in the car, drive around, and let me tell you, if he didn't know the island, these people that are coming in here selling property don't know.
Yeah,
so
and
go ahead.
No, I was going to say our policy makers have the ability to ring fence certain jobs to say that only Caymanians should be allowed to occupy those positions. There are many, including the person who's talking to you now, including myself, who believe that real estate and realtors, that is a position that we should not be issuing work permits for. There are, there are enough Caymanians with the ability who are already in the industry or who may want to be in the industry. We do not need to import. Yes, some of these foreign developers would prefer to have their own selling, but they're in our island. They should live and abide by the terms and conditions that we set, not what they set.
Exactly. And you know what? Let me tell you something. If you drive around this island, there are no Caymanian faces on these real estate signs. Mm-hmm. No Caymanian. I mean, I drive from A to Z, and I can pinpoint a Caymanian face over a foreign face. And I mean, the thing is, even when you're driving, you're here like, call this one. Where are these? I mean, no local surnames, no nothing. We don't even know surnames that we don't even know how to pronounce. And they're coming here selling our property. Someone comes in and it's like, oh, I need a piece of property. Oh, I have a nice piece I can show you. Some of them don't even go into the bush to know where to find it. They don't even know where to walk.
Yeah, all about and making money.
Like, that's it. And I mean, it's an easy dollar. You know, the CI dollar is value a lot. And that's exactly what they're here for. They're not worried about if they sell the person and get on the plane and gone back with their millions or their billions or whatever. They already sold it. They have the money. They can laugh and say, oh, you know, I sold the land to this one. I've gone home with $500,000. That's a lot of money for me. You know, I mean, look at how hard we have to work to get a little $1,000 a month. I mean, come on, that's easy money. Everyone is here running a taxi, joining government, Department Environmental. Everywhere you look, you see someone driving a government vehicle. Why can't the Caymanians have these positions? I mean, I don't know who is going to run in the next election, but I hope and I get on my knees and I pray to the Almighty God that we find some decent, respectable, upholding citizens of this island that can pull us through, because we are sinking and sinking fast. Horsey, you have a good weekend, and I'm going to leave you there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You do the same as well, and please stay safe, folks. Time for us to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
This summer, discover adventure, magic, culture, nature, and so much more with Cayman Airways. Airfares are now on sale for travel this summer. Visit New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, Tampa, Kingston, Montego Bay, Panama, Havana, and La Ceiba. But hurry, sale ends June 1st. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Make this your best summer yet with Cayman Airways.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Water Authority Cayman wishes to inform its Cayman Brac customers that there will be temporary interruptions to water service in the upcoming week from Monday 27th May to Friday 31st May between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on specified days. Affected streets are Plover Crescent, Wellington Park Drive, Coastal Way, Pearl Avenue, Sloop Way, Briggs Street, Surf Lane, Cliff Avenue, Seaward Drive, Skiff Lane, Sanford Drive, Frigate Drive, Unnamed Road west of Frigate Drive, Beach Drive, Coral Avenue, and Cape Drive. Customers who will be affected will receive a door hanger notice, which will be delivered the day before service is scheduled to be interrupted. An additional door hanger notice will also be delivered upon restoration of water service. These service interruptions are to facilitate our ongoing leak detection project. The aim is to enhance our system's integrity by identifying and repairing all possible leaks. We advise customers to store enough water for personal use during service interruptions and limit the use of water-intensive appliances. For further information, customers may contact the customer service team in Cayman Brac by calling 948-1403 or emailing braccs@waterauthority.ky. The Hartwell Theatre stage will come alive as Cayman National Dance Company presents Flavor, the 36th season of dance, of repertoire pieces, new creations, and remastered dances. Flavor is our spiciest season yet, with dances that showcase a blend of colorful storylines, infectious rhythms, and dynamic movements. So don't miss Flavor, the 36th season of dance at the Hartwell Theatre on Saturday, June 1st, 7 p.m. and Sunday, June 2nd, 5 p.m. $30 for adults and $15 for children under 15. Tickets are available at Radiance Dance Studio, Audiophile Cayman, or by calling 926-1826. Sponsors are the Cayman National Cultural Foundation, ARC Directors, and Dew Point Air Conditioning.
Council of Older Persons is proud to present the first Aging in the Cayman Islands Forum. This forum will be held on Saturday, 15th of June at Sir Vassal Johnson Hall at UCCI, and is free to the public and open to all ages. Registration will open at 8:30. Presenters and topics aim to truly reflect the needs of Caymanians and residents so we can all age with dignity. For more information, visit www.gov.ky/Older Persons Council.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We have one caller, but I have several WhatsApp messages that have come in over half an hour ago, so I am going to share those as well. This one writer has taken a sort of dystopian view. In the first part of their message says, Cayman might as well go back to the Stone Age for a month or two to deter the problematic development. But if I were to be smartly thinking, I'd say all these hotels should be living in the 22nd century. Since they got the money, why don't they go 100% solar or hydro or some other form of electricity that won't affect the general public? This is despicable. They go on to say, if I were an evil capitalist, I'll be proud today of what's going on in our 3 tiny islands. People are forgetting we live on an island where coconuts were our closest friends. And then they say that we are becoming a third world country. And they mention a country name, but I won't mention the name, here, on the show. Then one of our listeners has shared with us about solar installations, and it reads, in regards to solar renewables, it should be borne in mind that there is a vast difference between domestic and industrial grade solar. It would take an army of inspectors to routinely inspect domestic installations to ensure they are properly maintained and up to standard. Infrastructure is not simply plug and play, and like Lego buildings. Experts in this area are quasi-scientists who spend up to a decade of education, training, and experience to become professionally registered. We should not diminish this fact, and the time has come for a proper Engineers Act to protect the public from unscrupulous armchair experts who may have a separate agenda which may not be in our national interest. And folks, before I take the caller, I have another something that I want to share with you. Now, you may say we're living in the past, but here is a classic example of where we allowed something to slip through our fingers, right? So on Thursday, the 27th of May, 1965, there was a notice in the Tradewinds newspaper. Notice to Caymanians. People, I hope you're listening to this. A company has been formed called Cayman Islands Utilities Limited for the purpose of purchasing the Cayman Islands Public Service Company. That was what the power company was called in those days, Cayman Islands Public Service Company. You are earnestly requested to take shares in the above formed company, as we feel that a service of this nature should not pass entirely out of the hands of Caymanians. Please contact Norberg Thompson or R.E. McTaggart for further particulars, and if interested, subscribe to the number of shares you desire to have. We have only to the 30th of June to submit bids, so please act now. These were Caymanians, R.E. McTaggart, Dr. Roy McTaggart, and Mr. Norberg Thompson, who were at that time seeking to acquire the Cayman Islands Public Service Company, which was being acquired by a group of foreign investors who had frequently visited the Cayman Islands and saw the need for proper generation of electricity in the Cayman Islands. I will say no more. With that, let's go to our caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. Peter Schmidt here.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I hope the same for you.
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, regarding rooftop solar, I'm one of those people that has recently invested in getting rooftop solar with the limitation that I did not purchase a battery to actually have personal use of that, because it was a matter of funding. So all the power that would be generated on my roof would actually go to the grid, and I understand that if there is a power failure or whatever blackout, then I would not have power either, even though I generated it right on my roof. Now, all of that I understand. What I do not understand is that I have paid for this system back in January, and it's not up yet. And I'm being told that the matter is being held up by the building control unit that has installed a new requirement that where potential customers have to apparently have a load plan done on their house, electrical load done on their house before they will approve the installation. Now note, none of the electricity that is generated on the roof of the owner of the house, in this case me, why would I have to have a load plan done on my electrical system in my house at my expense before the building control unit will approve the installation? And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's like saying they need to figure out how much water I'm going to use before it can rain on my roof and fill the cistern. So that is holding up a lot of installations, and now I understand further that the peak times of power usage, which was a revelation to me, to be honest, is between 4 and 8 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I further understand that on sunset, or at least once it dips below a certain angle, the roof solar installation will no longer produce electricity until the sun comes up again.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand all of that, but nevertheless, it would, especially in the longer days of summer, it would generate power well into the late afternoon, early evening hours before it goes off because the sun goes down. My understanding is further that there are numerous, and I mean to say that multiple dozens of installations that are being held up by this onerous requirement that has suddenly appeared on the required list of things that have to be, boxes that have to be ticked before the building control unit will approve it. So I'm just scratching my head, and I'm saying, on the one hand, we have a shortage of generating capacity at least part of the day in these hot days, and we're only at the beginning of the hot period. And on the other hand, we have all this potential supply of electricity waiting to become active. Maybe somebody needs to light a little fire or cut off the air conditioning where certain people are working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And one more comment.
Sure.
Of a different nature. The topic you and I were conversing briefly about some time ago.
Yes.
Has been submitted into the machinery. Of course, I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Okay. And of course, we know, depending on which direction that goes, there are going to be a limited amount of meetings before the elections as well. So we would hope that something transpires before then.
I hope the same. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, folks, we're going to take our last commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
This summer, discover adventure, magic, culture, nature, and so much more with Cayman Airways. Airfares are now on sale for travel this summer. Visit New York, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, Tampa, Kingston, Montego Bay, Panama, Havana, and La Ceiba. But hurry, sale ends June 1st. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Make this your best summer yet with Cayman Airways.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the news? Digicel is back with exciting offers that are too good to resist. Activate one of our brand new prepaid or postpaid plans today and experience telecommunications like never before. With more data, dedicated entertainment options like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and endless social text data for all your favorite platforms. Digicel is here to make sure you stay connected and entertained. Whether you are on a prepaid or postpaid, you will also enjoy dedicated roaming data for the USA, Canada, and the Caribbean. It's all about value, and Digicel has got you covered.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Introducing the new Shoreline iMap. Discover over 300 plus public shoreline access points in the Cayman Islands by using a new digital interactive map of all the public access pathways and beaches. Test out the new Shoreline iMap today and get walking or driving directions, see 360-degree street views, and find out what amenities are available at any shoreline access point found on the iMap. Dive into a world of coastal beauty and adventure. Use the Shoreline iMap today by visiting gov.ky/shoreline. Presented by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands.
If you're a parent, you know that providing your child with a quality early childhood education can be expensive. However, the Ministry of Education offers financial assistance through its Early Childhood Assistance Program to help qualifying Caymanian families cover the costs at registered early childhood settings. Visit our online application portal at moeapplications.gov.ky to learn more and get started. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. For those inquiring about Lord Graham, I've received a message from him and he says, "Good morning, Mr. For the Record. I am traveling off island, scheduled to return on Friday, but scheduled to go straight on to the Brac, not having a chance to leave the airport. Emancipation activities. But I do have many topics for the coming weeks. Some will not be very popular." So that's the message coming from Lord Graham. Looking forward to hearing from him as well. One of our listeners has written and said, "Morning. The announcement by CUC just shows how the lack of planning by the various governments on the runway development will continue to impact our infrastructure. As of course, the infrastructure is not keeping up with the speed of development. I also noticed that the CPA just approved another development in West Bay, even though the NRA and the DOE raised concerns about flooding. What a mess this island is in. Also, wonder if CUC warned government about this situation prior to their announcement. Our government has to be blamed for the real estate cartel of non-Caymanians. Look at the U-turn that our current premier made about her proposal to increase stamp duty on high-end properties. I'm not sure if, okay, that was her, but I'm just reading what they've said. They should sum it up and explain our dilemma. So very sad. And I just want to share something with you as well. I happen to be a co-administrator for an estate, and there was a property that was formed a significant part of the estate, and it had to be sold. A late judge of the Grand Court, I think it was the judge of the Grand Court, and I can call his name, the Honorable Charles Quinn, who presided over one of the hearings that took place with the estate. When he saw what the realtor, the real estate agent or company wanted as a commission on that property, you know what he did? He made a ruling that the commission on the sale of the property could only reach a certain point, and it certainly wasn't what they were expecting. So what the judge did was he placed a restriction on the co-administrators of the property that they could not pay a commission exceeding what he has stipulated. That goes to show you that the late justice recognized that the commissions were, number one, excessive, and number two, that they were not rational. It was greed that was involved in the commissions that the real estate company was looking for, as well. Folks, I can only say this: elections are constitutionally due next year. In the past, we have gotten away, we have dodged the bullet in many instances. We cannot continue to dodge the bullet, much longer, because there are no bushes to dodge, no place to hide, because everything is being raised, and a concrete jungle is out there. We are talking now about our own existence. It isn't just talk, folks. The numbers speak for themselves. We need to be conscious of those persons that we are going to put in charge of governing these islands. We need to know who is going to be in control. You hear people talk about having businesses and entrepreneurs and entities having politicians in their pockets. We need to start by first and foremost having adequate, robust election financing legislation in the Cayman Islands, so every cent that a politician receives, not only during election time, but during the course of their tenure, needs to be reported. And we need to have robust laws in place that will adequately punish those politicians when they are caught with their hands in the cookie jar as well. That is one of the ways that we are going to have the ability to save what is left of these 3 Cayman Islands. I say that without any apologies whatsoever, because I live here too. I have a responsibility just like you do. We have already played the game with electing independent members. We have been through that already. We have seen what that has created. That does not necessarily mean that established political parties are the answer. Because if we don't have proper campaign financing legislation, if we don't have the ability to hold our elected representatives accountable, if we don't have the ability to advise them because they have denied your voice by not enacting advisory committees, then we have no control whatsoever. So while we had a failure as far as this experiment with independent members, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be successful when we have political parties or political groups if we don't have the ability to hold them accountable. Because, folks, we're losing the reservation, we're losing the plot, and it is being more and more amplified each day, whether it is in the inability of young Caymanians to purchase homes or properties, whether now it is our inability to respond to the heat wave that we're having simply because we have allowed a monopoly to exist in the Cayman Islands, for too long, whether it is because our policymakers have been myopic, short-sighted, or some may have, I don't want to use the expression, but some may have been totally blind to what is taking place. Some may have ignored it. There are some who want to do something about it, but they may be outnumbered, as well. So there's a combination of issues. We can't just, point the finger at any one thing. But the one thing that I know is that if we give the people of the Cayman Islands a better voice, a better say, if we put the listening devices out there so that we can hear what they're about and what they want to say, rather than just listening to them, or things going in one ear and out the other when it comes to election time, then we can still salvage something from what is left. But folks, we have to do it extremely quickly, and sometimes we may have to do unpleasant things to achieve that as well. We may have to ruffle some feathers. We may have to upset some as well. And those who have the ability to resist, especially those with the financial wherewithal, they may try to do so as well. But we have to stand firm. We have to stand resolute and ensure that we're not going to allow a handful of people control these islands and a handful of people to ruin them as well. Folks, with that, we reach the top of the hour. 10 o'clock, I want to say thank you for all of those who have shared their views and their opinions with us as well. I want to remind you that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are. I ask you to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to where to charge it, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling Dwayne Banks at 12:15 for Talk Today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury.
And JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient.
Doctor's Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
Information, entertainment, inspiration.
Covering Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, Cayman Brac.
Since 1976 till now.
Radio Cayman.